All right, well, welcome everybody. I'm Roxanne, and I'm going to be taking us through our LiveYoungerSuccess.com team website that was created by Gregory and Robin Mascari, who are at the top of our team. Together, between the two of them, they have over 40 years network marketing experience, and I think this is a great place for a lot of people who are newer and some of us who are more seasoned to go back and take a look and refresh our minds as what do we do, where do we go, and how do we get there. So here we go, and I will ask for those of you that are just coming in, please mute your microphones. So let me share my screen and we'll get started. Oops. Okay. All right, so this is our team's website. It's called LiveYoungerSuccess.com. And like I said earlier, I want to try and keep this as streamlined as possible. And then we can do a question and answer afterwards. So the home page or the home screen to this site is just that. It has steps 1, 2, and 3 listed there. And for those people who are new or newer to LifeWave, you're going to want to click here and follow the prompts that are suggested. Something that is about a year old now is the new personalized Live Younger website. So this site has all kinds of important information in it. In order to subscribe, you'll click on the LiveYoungerSubscribe.com and just follow the instructions. It's not that difficult. You just have to do it. And then there's the LifeWave Now app, which is another way that you can send messages and make sure you're compliant with what we can say about the products. And then step 2 are the daily action plans. So you want to connect and have heart-to-heart with people, whether they're older friends or newer friends, or maybe these are people you work with and they might be interested in LifeWave and the technologies as well. And then piquing their interest. So this would come up in conversation. Ultimately, what do you know about stem cells? Are you in pain? And then you can elaborate from there. And sharing your own experience as far as what LifeWave has done for you, what the patches have done for you. Step 3, pointing to tools, inviting them to different Zoom meetings that we have throughout the week. LiveYounger.com is a great site, and that's essentially our replicated website, comes from LiveYounger.com. And then you have Pop Webinar, which is full of great videos and trainings. And then always don't forget to follow up with whoever you have spoken to about LifeWave. They say the fortune is in the follow-up. And those are words from Robin Mascari. She has said that numerous times. So yes, the fortune is in the follow-up. And then when there is interest, you can sign them up as either a customer if they just want to use the product, or if they're ready to jump in and do the business, then you would sign them up as a brand partner. So, and as a brand partner, there are many different benefits by being a brand. Just the more you know, and whoever you speak with about this, whoever your upline is, please get with that person so they can explain to you. And Then there's also different ways to stay connected. So we've got different websites, LiveYoungerSuccess, which we're on right now, Live Younger Products, which is another great website full of information on our patches, and just where to go, where to subscribe to, and different Facebook groups that you can join. These are private, by the way, private Facebook groups, so you have to be a brand partner to join, is my understanding. All right. So, and then when you're ready, click here for steps 4, 5, 6, and 7, which I'm not going to do right now, but I will go back to the top and we will continue. All right, next you want to go have a look at business basics. Now this is where kind of like the nitty-gritty information is. You've got the comp plan 2.0 in here, which for those of you who are already a brand partner, when you sign into your LifeWave account and it takes you into the back office, the comp plan 2.0 is under the education tab. So you want to look there when you're in your back office. There's ways to enroll customers and brand partners. All of the information is here. You would just click and it will take you right to where you want to go. So enrolling customers, there's ways to do that. How to enroll brand partners, there are steps to do that as well. Excuse me. And then what do you do after they sign up with you? You want to send them a welcome letter, and welcome letters are here. So you just click on welcome letter. You can copy, you can download it, cut and paste, make it your own. And but when you're sending out the welcome letters, you want to include their username, whatever that is, in the welcome letter. We have 2 different formats, one for brand partners and then one for customers. All right, they're a little bit different. But you have a place to enter their LifeWave ID number, which is a set of numbers, their username. Now they can use or make their username, if they can't think of something, they can use their LifeWave ID number as their username. When you're signing somebody up, you just want to make sure you write that information down so you can find everything. And then a password, they should really keep their password to themselves. But sometimes, you know, you enter the password here and make sure it goes, please, to that individual you're sending the email letter to. So that's the welcome letter. And then getting to know you, just like a questionnaire sheet on almost like you're interviewing that person. And then we have more information here. So don't be afraid to click. And as Robin Mascari does say, be the happy clicker. This isn't going to cause you to sign up and spend money, you know, by clicking on this stuff. Now, the next thing I want to actually show you is the library tab. So the library tab has a lot of useful information. We have the LifeWave YouTube channel, tons of videos there. We have our Live Younger YouTube channel, again, tons of videos there. And then there are some videos on network marketing, as well as resources and documents. So I'm going to click here, resources and documents. This is where you would go to find certain forms, like if you're doing a patching party. We have some great information, obviously wonderful information when we're talking to others about this technology. Yes, we get excited. Sometimes we talk and don't know when to stop, There's actually an acronym that I learned not too long ago. It's called WAIT, and it stands for Why Am I Talking? So, and we do get excited about this technology because it does work. I'm actually wearing, and this is a side note, I'm actually wearing my little cap, and I have the hat protocol patching system going on. I have had a headache since yesterday, and I didn't have my hat with me yesterday. So I'm wearing my my hat with my patches inside of the hat, and it has taken my headache down from, excuse me, it has taken my headache down from a 7-8 down to a 1. And I just put it on again to show you guys that this has all the patches in it according to the hat protocol. So does it work? Yes, it does. And no, I did not have to take any Advil or Tylenol or anything like that. Just the patches and lots of water. That's the key. You want to stay hydrated. So back to this. So the patching party, we have different documents that we want to bring to us when we're doing a patching party or an event. You always want the lead capture sheet. The lead capture sheet has an area for that person to fill out their name, the best phone number, email, and the best time to contact them. And then also, what is it that is interesting to them? Do they need pain relief? Do they want to feel like they have more energy? Do they want to earn an extra income? You know, and if there's something on here, or not on here rather, they can write it in, or you can write it in your notes. So this comes 2 per page, and you can download this to your computer and print it out. I was talking with somebody earlier about this and just made a simple suggestion. Print these out, have them with you when you're doing your other work, because this is something that could be taken with this individual, and ask them when it comes in conversation, ask them, what is it that you are looking for? And would you mind filling this out? And then you can give them a patch. You can offer them a patch, whether that's an X39 patch or maybe it's an Eon patch. They do work, and this will get you their information rather than you handing them your business card and they either leave it in the back seat of your car or they toss it in the garbage later on. So this is a way, it's a way for you to contact them. And that way you have their information. So let me go back out of here. Oops. But this is something that several of us who have done different events, we use the lead capture sheet to gather their information. We also will print up the enrollment applications and bring these with us too. So if they're ready to sign up, maybe they've heard about LifeWave before, if they're ready to sign up and maybe the internet is down, or maybe your laptop ran out of power and your charger is in the hotel room or something, whatever, things happen. Have this handy with you. They can fill this out and then you can enter it in the computer later on. They're going to fill out their credit card information, what kit and what patches you two will have discussed, and you can make note of what it is they want. So everything really to sign somebody up is here on this form. And you can flip this over and write notes on the back of it as well. So this is a handy tool to have if you're doing events or you yourself are hosting a patching party. All right. And then we have more great information here. Marketing tools. This is where you're going to find your business cards, your signage, your information cards. All that information would be under the marketing tools. And then we have also the compensation plan, which is full of a lot of numbers, first of all, but it's full of great information. So please, for those of you who are interested in the comp plan, this is where you'll find that information. And as I mentioned earlier, for those of you who are brand partners, you will find this in your back office when you sign into your LifeWave account. This is under the education tab. And then what do we do when somebody is wanting to be patched? We're going to patch that person, but we first want them to fill out that lead capture sheet. So we have their information and we're able to reach out to them and send them more information. Maybe we invite them to Miracle Monday with Michael and the team. Maybe we invite them to Doc Talk, which is every Sunday night. And that is a live call, and there's been up to 1,000 viewers watching that watching that Zoom meeting. There's a panel of physicians that come on there. They talk about the benefits of using the patches. They explain in their way how this works. And then people also come on and share how the patches have helped them. So it's really a great meeting. And Michael's meeting, Miracle Monday, is another great meeting. So between those two, and their Sunday night and Monday night, that's back to back, and that's a lot of information. Michael, as we all know, records all of his meetings, but the Sunday night Doc Talk is not recorded. That's a live only, and they don't allow you to record. But you can write notes, maybe write down what patch did this, that, or the other for that individual, and maybe compare if you're using the patches. Oh yeah, that happened for me too. All right, so but I want to go into the marketing tools and show you if this is, hopefully it takes me in there. Okay, so section 1 is kind of like an overview of, it's like a catalog. Section 2 is where you would go to order, and it walks you through how to order everything. You just click in the little box what you want, how many, and what finish. So this is section 1. It has the different versions of the square, 2.5-inch square business card. So you have front and back of each of these cards. And then the standard size business cards, front and back, with a couple different options. One with a photo, your photo and name. And then you can have it without. So there's a few new versions of this on here. And then we have some newer versions of the backs of those cards down here. And they also created the vertical business card. So this is same size, but just it's upright instead of sideways. So lots of new things in here. We've got the little booklets with the different information, before and after images. The different sports. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of blurred here. But again, full of information. We have the new information card on the X2O water machine, which I'm not sure exactly when that will be released, but it sounds like it will be soon. And so there's information there on the new water machine. And newer information cards. Basically, what is LifeWave? And the different patches are on the back. Even has the Cellargize morning and evening blend on the back. So have a look through here. We've got information on what each patch does, as well as the Alavita skincare line and the Cellargize. So a lot of new information here. And these forms remind me of like what you would see in a wellness center or at a doctor's office when they're looking you over and writing down, you know, your issues that you're dealing with. So this is another new form. And then here are the index cards on the different patches. So again, a lot of new information here. These are some of the signs. These are all retractable signs. You have them for the tabletop as well as a full floor length model. The tabletop is, you can see the measurements up top here, 15, almost 16 inches across by 32 inches high. And they come in this aluminum carrying case with a nice bag. And it just contains the banner, and it just rolls up, and it has a little pole to hold it up for both the floor as well as the table. So really nice. And then the colors are pretty true to what you see here as far as the signage. A lot of different signs, so whatever resonates with you is perfect. And then this is a nice one with all the different patches. And again, they're very true to color. What you see here is what you'll get. And then we have the new one for the sports, for the athletes. So this is a great one. I can't get it any clearer than what you see here, but that's that. And then, of course, the AccuLife patches for the horses. Another amazing patch specifically designed for the equestrian arena. Before and after images, you see these ladies. To me, they don't look like the original woman in the photo. This woman, to me, does not look anything like this first image that you see here. And I want to say this is 5 years later, using just the X39 patch. And then this lady here, to me, she looks like she could be her daughter or younger sister, but it's the same woman. And this is 3 years later, using just X39. So. And then you have some regular corrugated PVC posters. I like the rollout retractable signage because if this falls over, and it has, it might crack the corner and you're going to have to tape the back of it or glue it or something. So that's just a word of experience. Then we have the tablecloths. The blue one is really nice. It's very vibrant, and it kind of, I feel, draws you in, because most of at these events, mostly you're seeing a black cloth or, you know, but this jumps out at you, plus the signage and everything else that's going on. So it's a lot of fun to do these events. And if you have the opportunity, please get started and just start doing them. Grab a friend and do one together if you can, wherever you are. These are some vinyl banners. So these have the grommets in the corners, and these would be great at an outdoor event like a farmer's market, or maybe at a wellness fair where you might be outside in the fresh air. But they are nice and they're very sturdy. So you can tie these up at the back of your tent space or booth space. And again, it just draws people in. Like, what is this? And then you just start talking. But you also want to ask them questions to draw out from them what's going on. So, and then we have more information on the patches. These are a couple different new trifolds. And then we have the original one, the X39 and the X49 trifold. So if you have the opportunity or are interested in purchasing a car magnet, you can do that here, and they will put your name and your contact information here. And quite possibly your own personal QR code so that it would link people straight to your website. And then we have the Healing Book with Light guidebook, and that's it as far as the catalog is concerned. Down below in section 2 is where you would go to order, and again it shows you the steps that you would take to do that. But first you have to fill out the form and just follow the instructions here. You can write a note to the people that are in charge of this, and they will get back with you. So if, say you want, I would like my QR code to be printed on my business card, or please create a QR code for me that can be printed on my business cards. Something along those lines. But to click whatever it is you want, you just click this. You can change your quantity and finish. So right now it's selected 250 matte. You can change that. Say you want 500 gloss. It will also change the amount automatically for you. And or maybe you want 2500 matte, and you can see it changes the amount. So that's it with this. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, and I will open it up to questions. Let me just stop my screen share, and I'm going to stop the record also.